Under the backdrop of clear blue sky, thick black smoke fills the air. Down below, flames rapidly build, and within seconds, a massive inferno is raging on the Saanich Peninsula.
Sydney, BCAS, and...
At the center of this terrifying scene, an airplane. An Air Canada flight from Calgary with 19 passengers and 3 crew members on board. The plane was attempting to land on the west side of Victoria International Airport when something went wrong. Fortunately, this was just a simulation, a live exercise to test what the response would be if a plane crash were to happen.
Well, it certainly could. The probability is very low, but you have to plan for these kind of things. When you're landing aircraft on runways, it's something that certainly could happen.
Within a couple of minutes of the crash, the airport's own fire service arrives and immediately douses the wreckage. The flames are quickly put out with the help of this high-reach arm. The arm can pierce the side of the plane and also detect hot spots inside. The exercise was broken down into 2 parts. First, firefighters moved in and put out the massive fire in the makeshift fuselage. Then they moved in and cut it open. Now they're helping to rescue the passengers.
There'd be more injuries than walking wounded, what we call them in the real scenario.
15 minutes after the crash, firefighters from North Saanich, Sydney and Central Saanich arrive, followed shortly by BC Ambulance and the RCMP. But the exercise wasn't without its glitches, as the call to North Saanich fire didn't go out right away.
There was a miscommunication. Generally speaking, about 1 minute after the airport fire hall gets the alarm, we get called automatically.
But the airport authority says that's why they get together to practice these scenarios, so that lessons can be learned.
That's why you practice these things, and you do it over and over again to work through the bugs on these. But generally I'm very, very pleased with how this went today.
All the little things that you practice, you put it all together in one scenario, and you have your little hiccups, mainly with communications, but other than that, it actually went very well.
It was a big production. More than 120 people from several different agencies took part. An exercise this big only happens once every 4 years as required by Transport Canada. But they do practice smaller scale scenarios a couple of times a year so that they're ready for whatever may happen. In North Saanich, I'm Nikki Iwanishin.